Apex Legends was released a couple of days ago, and it's pretty fun. It's a battle royale with a fast-paced movement and combat system, and it's also free to play. There are 8 characters, with 6 being unlocked when you first start the game. The characters look sick, they sound sick, and they're all fun to play. Each of the characters has 3 abilities. A passive, which is activated permanently and does something cool, like telling you if someone's aiming at you, or providing you with a burst of movement speed when you're being shot at. The next ability is an active, which you can unleash by pressing Q. It will deploy a clone, maybe render you invulnerable for a couple of seconds, or even scan the environment for enemies. This is really where the characters feel different. The playstyle of each of these characters is really impacted by these skills. The final ability is the ultimate, which is activated by pressing Z, and these can do things that'll turn the whole fight upside down. The abilities have good synergy. Say if you get caught out of cover while you're playing big old Gibraltar, you can drop a dome over your allies, then nuke everyone with your ultimate while you're protected by the shield. All the characters are fully voiced. The voice acting's pretty solid. The cocky Mirage and the silly robot, they sound sick AF. All the actions your characters take in-game are voiced as well. So, say if you point out that there's a gun on the ground or you spot an enemy, the characters will actually say something. And there's quite a lot of voice acting in there. Now, if you've ever played another Battle Royale game, and you jump onto a squad match, and none of the other teammates drop with you, you know how annoying it can be, right? Well, you're then quickly murdered by seemingly every single team in the game that are just working together in perfect cohesion. It's just unbelievable. Meanwhile, number 2's off in the middle of nowhere, looting. Well, Apex Legends adds an extra step to this process, which seems to keep all your teammates from just flying off to random spots. So it keeps all 3 of you locked together by default for the jump portion of the game. They can still opt to fly off solo, but the extra step seems to shame teammates into sticking together. Now, the best part of this game is the movement. The movement is fantastic. It's all about momentum. You jump screaming off a cliff, slide down between 2 other teams, scale a building to safety. This shit is fun. Now, you can't go backflipping or spin attacking all over the shop like in Warframe, but it's still really fun. You can scale things about 2-3 times your height and pull yourself up onto ledges, which means you got to keep an eye on the rooftops and have a sense of verticality just to catch people out in case they're trying to get above you. There are zip lines all over the map, which you can get from one place to another really quick. And one of the characters, Pathfinder, is he can drop his own with his ult, so you never really get stuck outside the zone. And along with the zip lines, there's also redeploys. So these are just a vertical zip line with a balloon on top. And then once you've scaled the thing, it'll shoot you back off like you've just been thrown from the plane again, which you can just boost around for a while. So when you get slapped with too much damage and you enter the standard down state of these BR games, you got to wait for your teammates to revive you or the enemy team to murder you. But alongside that system, there's also a respawn mechanic. So when you get actually killed while you're in your down state, you leave a loot box behind with a tag on your body. So your teammates can grab that tag and then take it to one of the respawn places around the map, reviving you, and then you come back with no items or anything, but you're still in the game. This is a pretty interesting mechanic, because if you leave even a single enemy escape a fight, then that sneaky little shit's going to go and respawn the entire team. And then you got to watch out for that team, even though you thought you already killed them. So it's crazy. The most obvious con for this is that when people die, they don't want to wait for the respawn, or they decide that you're never going to get to a respawn station on their own, and then they just quit the game. So there's other people that just quit as soon as they get knocked down, which is just insane. And just leave your entire team crippled. 2-player squad's going to have a bit of trouble. Unless you're Shroud or someone, then you're at a disadvantage. Now, this could be mitigated pretty easily if there's a lever penalty or something, but there's a point where your tags run out. If someone doesn't get to you in time, then you can't be respawned after that. You should be able to leave at that point, because you can no longer contribute to the game. But any time before that, you should, you've joined the game, you should play it out to the end. Also, add a rejoin function, please, because the amount of times you get disconnected or the game crashes or something happens, then you just can't get back into the game. It's just really annoying. And it'd be pretty funny to force leavers to have to rejoin the game that they quit on before they could play again. Hilarious. Now, the menu at first is a bit confusing, but like after a couple of games you start to figure it out. And if you spend a single game actually like looking through it critically, then you figure everything out really quick. But the inventory still feels small, so like juggling the need for lots of meds, more shields, and like ammo for 2 guns, you end up having to either drop ammo if you want throwables, or you have to throw away the throwables for more ammo or more shields. So with the rapid pace of everything else in the game, like the moving and the gunplay, healing and shielding feels kind of slow, but I think it works despite that. It fits. So once you figure out that if you've hit an enemy a couple of times and they've taken a bit of damage, you should just bum rush them, because it takes so long to heal. Like, you're pretty much guaranteed a free kill. But it also makes you aware of the opposite of that. So it kind of turns fights into a mini mind game. So like you think, oh, should I heal? And then they're thinking, oh, I should just bum rush him because they're healing. So you don't heal, you leave yourself at low health, but you're actually at a disadvantage. So you should have healed. But if you risk the heal, then you get shot. There's like, it's fun. So alongside the healing and shielding items, there's also throwables. So it's pretty fun tossing around the bloody ninja shurikens at people and then going in and shoot them while they're struggling to aim. It's hilarious. So you can unlock a great deal of additional content as well, like skins and gun skins and different quips, and you can customize your banner a little bit. And you do this all through a crafting system or just spending the in-game currency, which you get after every round or after every level up, and you get a crate in which contains either skins or the crafting material itself. So yeah, and all this is free, so I'm guessing you can spend real money in order to speed up that process, but as of now, unlock all the content just by playing the game. These skins though, they're sick. There's snipers with dragons on them, there's some N7 looking pistols, there's that alchemist skin on one of the SMGs. Oh my god. Man, half the allure of this game is just unlocking all this content. It's sick. But alongside that, there's also a banner for each character, so you can decorate these with different stat trackers that you unlock through either the crate system or spending the crafting material on them. So you can put like different backgrounds on them, different stat tracks, so you can have how many wins with full squads, how many kills, how much damage you've done, stuff like that. The one thing I've noticed is whether it's to prevent people being toxic or something, there's no just full-out standard win tracker. So there's a tracker for full squads, but there's no just overall win tracker, which is kind of weird. Now, the real question is pretty obvious. Is the game fun? And it is, in my opinion. So it's almost perfect. It's fun, it's fast, it's cool. Feel like you're an absolute badass pulling off portal plays with Wraith. Objectively the best character, come at me. Fix the teammates leaving. The disconnects, add a rejoin match feature, more guns, more skins, just more content. Either way, I'll still play it, and it's free. And come on, at least it's not Fortnite, right? Come watch me play shit at twitch.tv/sensatsu, and subscribe to me here. Damn it.